and welcome to OVA Hell. This episode originally released on July 29th, 2025, and has been re-uploaded here as part of our moving to a new hosting channel. If you like the podcast, please be sure to like and subscribe and share it with your friends. This episode is about the 1988 OVA Appleseed, which features gun violence, terrorism imagery, and depictions of suicide. Viewer discretion is advised, and we hope you enjoy the show. Another episode. How do we start these? I don't remember.
We don't know yet.
No, it's four episodes in. Yeah, and still don't know how to start these. We just watched Appleseed.
It was not the Appleseed I was expecting. I was genuinely expecting it to be the CGI Appleseed, but apparently no. Apparently I was duped. I was Rickrolled or Appleseed rolled.
At no point have I told you, did I give any indication it was going to be anything other than the 1988 Gynax one. But yes, it was the 1988 Gynax Appleseed, not to be confused with the 2004 CGI movie? I think it's 04.
Well, you should have made it 04 because your mum or something, I don't know.
Oh god. So yeah, Appleseed, 1988 movie or OVA movie by Studio Gynax, based on the manga by Masamune Shiroe, or Shiro. I'm actually not super clear on how you're supposed to pronounce their name. I really should do more research before going into these, but I don't, because that takes effort.
Especially for the godfather of Gits. You should put more effort in.
Yes.
Why am I so confrontational today? I don't know why.
No. Masamune Shiro. The creator of Appleseed, and more importantly, or more notably, I think, to most people, also the creator of Ghost in the Shell, which they did after Appleseed. Appleseed was their second manga, first to receive publication. We can go into that in a little bit, although maybe that's better talked about in a different episode, but I don't know, if it comes up, it comes up. And this was also, I checked, this wasn't Gynax's first project as Gynax, but it was their first OVA as Studio Gynax after they were done being Daikon Film. Probably should go into the history of Gynax a little after we discuss Appleseed a bit, because I feel like the history of Studio Gynax is something that most people know, but I'm worried that I'm doing the experts overestimate the general public's knowledge in their field thing with that.
If I didn't know you, I wouldn't know half the things I know about Gynax.
Okay.
I don't think I'd know their name. Shows how much into anime I am.
In essence, it's imagine Gynax before they turned into a money laundering scheme.
Yeah!
So Gynax before they became Trigger.
Yeah! Anyway, Appleseed. What do we think of Appleseed?
You mean Gunsmith Cats?
No! We're not doing this! I'm vetoing this bit permanently.
Sure, fine.
I don't know why it's called Appleseed.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
sure that's
if
a thing
explained
in
in
the
the manga,
but
or if I missed it in the OVA itself.
Once again, I read the manga for this, or I read the first volume, which there's so much to talk about, and I wanna save talking about that just for a bit. But I don't think it really explains why it's called Appleseed in at least the first volume of the manga, as it exists in English. It might get explained in later volumes, but tracking down later volumes is hard because this thing's not been reprinted in a while. I was lucky to find volume 1 as easily as I did.
Can I have a coherent thought, please? That would be lovely.
Okay.
It's 8:55, so no.
thoughts are illegal.
In the land of Appleseed, apparently, because if you have thoughts, if you're depressed, you get experimented on.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Oh, that is.
Yes.
Let's start from the beginning.
Right, yes.
It opens up with a shot of a woman. She's trashed her room. She's let a bird out of its cage. And she commits suicide.
Yes.
Can
Probably
I
put a suicide warning on the beginning of this, just in post.
Don't worry.
I
There'll be
think
that.
honestly, yeah, but I think unfortunately YouTube does have censorship on things like that. So get ready for this episode to be demonetized and banished from the algorithm.
Yeah. Well,
It's fine. We don't do this for money. We don't do this for exploit. We do it for fun.
yeah, it's fun. If I was worried about what YouTube thought or would demonetize or banish the algorithm, hell, I wouldn't have thought that this podcast was a good idea to do.
Well, if we're gonna get demonetized anyway, free Palestine.
Woo!
Hell yeah. Free
Hell yeah.
Palestine.
Free Palestine. Yeah, so Appleseed, and why is Barrios hottest man in anime?
Because he has Bnuuy ears.
Bnuuy.
That's why.
He's
I
a
can tell you
brick.
that right now. He's a Bnuuy.
Speaking of Barrios, I
Briarios
did
coming
notice...
soon, dude.
Briarios.
Briarios.
Speaking of him, I looked up the 2004 version, and I noticed something about his design in that, which I'm going to put in the text channel. You may want to put this... you may want to edit this into the video.
I'll find a way to edit it in.
I noticed something about his chest design, which...
Oh, that's the new Appleseed, because they did Appleseed thrice, not twice.
Oh,
so,
did it thrice?
so that's not the that's also not the version you were on about.
How dare you?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault I have a pattern recognition brain.
Pattern recognizing brain go brr.
But no, I love his design, like in the original, in the 80s OVA. If I'd have to assume is...
Pretty close to the manga.
Yeah.
Bit simplified,
very
but pretty
faithful
close to the
manga.
manga.
I like it a lot. You only ever see his head and his torso, but he does bleed in it, which is a bit surprising, because, like, he is a cyborg, but his design strikes me as more robot than man, so he wouldn't bleed. Sort of Atom Smasher.
Yeah, Appleseed is just flat out nicer version of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
It's just, what if Cyberpunk was more... What if the corporates actually ran Cyberpunk and turned it into a dystopia/utopia where everyone was friendly,
Yeah.
overly friendly?
Yeah.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
What about outside the walls?
There is no war
We
in
don't
Ba
talk about
Sing
outside
Se.
the walls.
But the wall's right there.
There are no walls.
Also, something I didn't realize until the very last shot.
Oh. Oh.
We lost Doc.
Sorry, I just got...
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I just got Ba Sing Sade.
Oh no.
Oh no! Anyway, yes.
Yeah, something I didn't notice until the very end is that the sky is fake. They pull a Martin Nui, or a Metru Nui, sorry. Fake sky.
Fake sky.
Now, they did show that the sky was damaged before the end. I just didn't clock in that was actually the sky. It wasn't just like a blue ring around one of the buildings.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, it's a good metaphor for the cracks in society trying to show.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, it's definitely that's actually genuinely probably the intention. No bits. That's what they were going for, I think. Probably. Yeah, it's...
But I really should get medicated for these so I can actually get coherent thoughts.
Again, that's your fault. They eat hamburger.
They do.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Apparently,
Hamburger.
Doc, you said that Briarius doesn't eat in the 2004 version?
I don't remember him eating, but don't forget, I've watched it when I was a teenager, so it's been at least over a decade ago, possibly a decade and a half.
It's been a while.
But they show him eating and drinking and sleeping, which I appreciate. It makes him feel more human, because he is, in the end.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's just mostly robot. Should probably hit that brief history of Gynax now, just to get it out of the way. Because again, I have the worry that this is a case of experts in their field often heavily overestimate the general population's knowledge of their field. Because to me, the history of Gynax is like the best known thing ever. They started out as Daikon Film in the 80s, founded by Hideki Anno and a couple of other people. They produced the Daikon 3 and 4 short films, which were made literally on the floor of a textile factory that they were allowed to work in. After that,
and they literally involve a bunny girl flying around on, I think, a guitar,
sword,
fighting Darth Vader. A sword, okay.
Yeah,
fighting Darth Vader.
Daikon 3 and 4, or Daikon 4 is like incredibly important. Daikon 3 is also very important, but it's like significantly rougher and far less known and probably less important overall long term, but yeah, Daikon 4 is very important. And then 4 years later, they reincorporate as Gynax, Gyna being Osaka slang for big, I believe, like meaning big, and then X being the most overused letter in all of mecha anime, something Studio Big Robot. Gag stolen from Breadsword. I will not be part of a H-Bomber Guy video. I am crediting the fact that explanation came from Breadsword. I will not be the second half of a H-Bomber Guy video. It's not happening.
I will.
It's happening.
I will.
You've sealed
I
your fate.
referenced a fucking Aquaman joke in a review and didn't reference it, so I'm gonna be doing that.
Oh no! And yeah, then 1988 they banned the Appleseed license and do this OVA as an adaptation. At the same time, they're working on multiple other things, including releasing video games for the PC-98, which, if you know anything about PC-98 games, you know what those were. Gynax is a weird company. Or they were. They're dead now. Good.
It was like 20 minutes ago or something where we went, what? No, what the fuck? No.
Yeah. So, semi-unrelated to this, I was just looking at... Because Wikipedia has pretty good sourcing on everything that Gynax made, because they've made a lot. And I just wanted to check that before we went into discussion. But what they don't have great sourcing on is the PC-98 video games that they did, because, again, they made a bunch of those. Best known for making the Princess Maker series of games, which, I mean, they're well known, again, amongst, like, Otome game players. I don't expect anyone to really know them that well. And it turns out that one of their OVAs, Gunbuster, which we will almost certainly be doing on here at some point, at the same time that it was coming out, like at the same time that they were making the OVA, they also released a hentai mahjong game on the PC-98, officially licensed, based on Gunbuster, which threw me through a loop. Like, I know this is Gynax and they kind of just do that, but what the fuck? I think the game came out first.
But how do you play one-handed mahjong?
I don't...
You don't.
No.
It's a test of skill and focus.
Like, have y'all ever actually played mahjong before? Because
I've never
I
played
fucking have. I have, and that game requires skill and dexterity and focus, where when someone puts down the right tile, you're gonna go pon and put that shit down straight away. You have to have focus. You can't be looking at anime girls and whacking it and focusing on that because you will not have the focus to play the fucking game. How the hell is that supposed to work?
I don't know, but
It's
they
Mahjong
made
on-
like 4 of these.
It's Mahjong on hard mode. That's all it is.
No. What? Why?
They made 4 Mahjong
Ah.
ones, 3 card battler games that aren't Mahjong, and then at least I think there was a 5th Mahjong, strip Mahjong game that they made that was based on Evangelion, because again, Gainax just kind of be like this.
Evangelion, at least I kind of get because you can literally live off Evangelion merchandise,
Yep.
but still.
Oh yeah.
Focus on Mahjong. It's fun, but requires focus and 2
Yes.
hands.
That's the point. That's why playing a hentai mahjong game requires an extra layer of skill.
Oh my god.
No!
It is an added difficulty.
So anyway, Appleseed. I'm sorry I brought that up.
So anyway,
oh, so you're allowed to
Appleseed.
bring up you're allowed to bring up Gunbuster hentai, but I'm not allowed to bring up Gunsmith Cats.
You're fine to bring up Gunsmith Cats. I'm sorry.
Good.
Oh.
But anyway, Appleseed. I found the plot difficult to follow in the sense
Yeah.
of
Sorry, no.
we
go
were
on.
chatting throughout watching it, so I don't know how much of it I missed because I was focused on conversation. I did my best to split my attention. I don't know how well I did, but I found plot points only were mentioned when they became important, like the moment of or the moment after something important happened. So, one of the characters gets kidnapped. I think her name's Hitomi or something similar.
Hitomi, yeah.
Yeah, she gets kidnapped, and then it's explained that her DNA is required to deactivate the AI in control of the city. And I don't know if I missed something, but for me, I only realized that that was a thing when they explained it in that moment. It feels like you're constantly playing catch up to the plot because it hasn't told you something important beforehand.
I don't think you did miss anything. Again, I read the manga for this. I also kind of found that reading the manga, I felt like concepts were kind of coming at me very quickly, and I couldn't necessarily focus on what was going on. Although, in fairness, I was reading the manga mirrored, which actually has a very weird effect on how you read the stories if they're not presented in the format that you're used to with the medium. So I think that might have also been throwing me. Yeah. Fucking.
Did the manga have the English? Did the manga have the English?
Does
that
the
was
manga
shown?
have
like
English?
Christopher,
Oh, yeah.
like Christopher.
Christopher.
Evans, not
Red
Christopher.
Alert.
Christopher, and also Alart as well.
Alart. I don't think it did in general. I think that Dark Horse at the time did a decent job of replacing everything. I'm scared to actually go through the book just to check because it is old. It's falling apart. This is manga so old it's fucking mirrored. We don't do that anymore for good reason. But even checking it feels a bit like, ooh, that's kind of awkward to go through because there are pages literally falling out of this volume at this point. It's a 20-year-old book and they've not reprinted it since. And if this podcast has any sway, which it doesn't, but if it does, hey, Dark Horse, could you do like a nice omnibus collection of Appleseed like you're doing with Gunsmith Cats? Like, genuinely? Could you do this with some of the other IPs you have the rights to, especially stuff that's not been released unmirrored in physical form for a long time? Like, there's a lot of series that need this.
You know, it'll be really funny when they announce that, like, next week.
Absolutely. Actually, slight update from the last episode where I mentioned that Volume 2 of Gunsmith Cats had not arrived yet. So apparently it got delayed to the 29th of this month to launch. So that will be, I think, the day that this comes out. I think that's, like, the day this episode goes live, which is kind of wild. Oh no, the day before this episode goes live. So hopefully I'll receive Volume 2 then. We'll see. I might be back to bitching about this next episode.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we're quite away from Appleseed.
We are. So, an important part of Appleseed is bioroids. Basically a blending of human and robot technology.
Are they? Because, like, 80% of the people in the city are bioroids, but most of them just look like normal humans. And as far as I'm aware, Briarios isn't a bioroid. He's a cyborg.
He's not?
It's different. As far as I'm aware, he's not, yeah.
I didn't pick up on that difference. I thought... Yeah, because they mentioned bioroids, and I was like, oh yeah, Briarios, he's a bioroid. He's human and robotic.
No.
Which is
I
why
think
was
bioroids
confused.
are sort of if I think they might have mentioned it in the original in the original. Why am I saying original? It's not original. In the 2004 OVA, I'm pretty sure bioroids are just sort of preconditioned clones that are supposed to serve society in a better way.
Yes. That's I think, right. Yes.
Right. Because I thought from the narration at the beginning that bioroids were cyborgs, basically, engineered to better humankind. So I was like, oh, Briareus is one, which is why that caused me some confusion on when it was said that 80% of the people in the city are bioroids. I was confused why all of them don't look like cyborgs.
I guess just for like the not even clarification, but like the context. Hitomi's a bioroid. Daeun, the female protag, is human. At least as far as I'm aware. Maybe it's revealed late in the manga that, oh no, she's been a bioroid the whole time. But I don't know.
She was brought in from outside the city.
Yes.
I don't think the OVA does a very good job of communicating the differences between bioroids and humans in the actual story. And I get it. They've only got an hour and 10 minutes. They're squeezing in a lot of what they can. But, it is something that they do, and it is something that's a limitation of the medium, so it is something we have to mention.
But they also deviate very heavily from the manga. Like, they could have explained it clearer for pacing. It's not like we're adapting the manga here. It's very much its own story inspired by the manga, but it's not like a direct adaptation at all. They could have taken the time to explain stuff better.
I'm not absolving it of, the problems. I'm just explaining why the problems came about. And, take it as you will.
That's fine.
I mean, in terms of pacing issues, I have seen way, way worse in anime. Fate Heaven's Feel.
Oh god, not that again. We're gonna have to do Heaven's Feel at some point on here if you keep bringing it up.
No.
Okay, understood. Do you feel the heaven?
Back to
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
back to Appleseed. I feel like, again, this could be me being distracted by conversation, but Gaia isn't particularly well explained.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot of bad. I did enjoy it a lot.
Yes.
I loved the animation. Characters were really expressive. I love the attention to detail, like when Briarios sits in a car, he sags it a lot.
Yes.
The cars run on Lupin
Briarios-
See it
physics.
leaning to one side.
Briarios is a himbo Bnuuy, and I love him.
He's great.
Yeah, I said this when we were watching it, but there is no friendship stronger than that of a lesbian and her emotional support himbo.
Well, at least in the OVA, because unfortunately they are very straight in the manga and the other versions of the story.
They're very straight, but that's also... They're very sweet in the manga, so...
Yes.
It's not a complaint. It's just they definitely play down the romance between Big Robot Man and his girlfriend, wife, partner. I don't know what their relationship is, aside from that they are in a relationship.
My understanding from the 2004 version is that he was her fiancé and went to the city before her, and then she shows up and has to learn that it's still him in the robot body, which is very cliched, but yeah.
That's completely not what's in the manga. The 2004 version also seems like it's a massive departure then.
I could be misremembering. Keep in
Oh
mind, it's
yeah, it
probably
has been
15
like
years.
15 years since seeing the 2004 version. We'll have to do the 2004 version at some point, I promise.
I'm going to realize that the whole thing was completely different, and I'd Mandela affected myself into remembering things that weren't there, and I'm going to be like, oh, 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 oh,
What you do is you provide the video source that we watch, and you add in a lot of things that aren't there in the original cut.
No. No, not Appleseed. No, not the gaslight cut of Appleseed.
April Fool's special, anyone?
Oh god.
Oh no, I already have the April Fool's
No.
April Fool's special planned. I know what we're doing.
I'm so scared. Oh. You did that to me with Class of
what else?
09 and I'm still angry. Oh, yes.
Yeah, outside the city, I can't remember what they called it. I'm calling it the Badlands. They called it something different. I don't remember what.
Bad side, I think.
The bad side. It's like a desert area. Again, think Night City. But I can't remember the woman's name, but Briarios and main character woman and a few other characters who are all in a bar get together. They're all from the bad side. They were brought in by Hitomi, the woman who, I don't know why her DNA is important, but she's the woman whose DNA is needed to deactivate Gaia. Don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Again, I'm pretty sure in the 2004 version, they were mercenaries out there, and then something happened, and then they ended up in the city, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, in this version,
Stuff
at least, they're closer to refugees.
I can say that in the manga they were brought into the city via request. Like they were requested to be brought in. Is the idea, and that's how they ended up in the city. Yeah, to be basically because they're being experimented on. We'll see. What am I saying? We'll see. We just saw, and I'm still not quite sure what's happening.
Yeah, it didn't explain that very well.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a cop who is giving information to a terrorist, but he's doing it because he feels oppressed, because bioroids run either all or the majority of higher up society. And again, I thought he was one because he is a cyborg, but apparently bioroids all look human and cyborgs are different.
Wow, racist.
Okay, listen here. That was racist of me, I apologize. But it doesn't do a good job of explaining the difference. It doesn't say there is a difference. Anyway, his wife committed suicide, or she was murdered, he's not sure.
I think the murder thing was representative, where she was pushed into it by the society
Yes.
and felt really depressed and
Ah.
you know, like not actual murder. I think it was metaphorical. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I've just found footage or images of the 2004 version. Oh god, we've got to watch this at some point.
Oh, this takes me back. This takes me back.
There's 3 of these, though. They did 3 movies in the 2004 continuity.
Oh, I only watched the first one.
Oh, yeah, so there's two more of the 2004 ones. There's Appleseed Ex Machina, not to be confused with the movie Ex Machina, which is very good. You should watch it.
It has Adam Driver.
Yes.
No, not Adam Driver. It has Oscar Isaac.
Yes. And then there was also a prequel, which was called Appleseed Alpha, which released in 2014. And then they ended that continuity. And I think there's a third version that they made that we found an image of. Oh, yeah, in 2011 there was a CG animated original net anime that was based on that was its own thing. The Appleseed adaptations seem weird because, like, I don't think any of them are like a direct manga adaptation, which seems to be a feature with Shiroi's works, because I'm pretty sure no version of Ghost in the Shell has been a direct adaptation of the manga either. Maybe with the exception of the upcoming one from Science Saru, which looks very good, but, you know.
Will that one even be that, though?
What, a direct adaptation of the anime? Of the manga? I don't know. But it's definitely visually skewing a lot closer to the manga with its designs. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, Appleseed. The dude's wife commits suicide because she was driven to that by the society of the city. The reason that's given at the beginning of the film, or the OVA, is that life there is very different. Like, it's perfect. It's too perfect. There's no conflict or anything. Again, I found it was poorly explained that she was experimented on.
Yeah.
Because near the end of the film, or the OVA, sorry, it shows a flashback to the guy. He's grieving, he's being interviewed about his wife's suicide, and he can't give any more information that they want, so I don't know if they drug him or they just kidnap him.
I think they
he
psychologically recondition him to get rid of his
They
grief.
put him in the sync machine.
Yes. Suddenly he just has Iva running around his brain drinking elephant soup.
Oh, elephant.
So he's strapped down to a machine that scans his memories.
Or something. Does it scan his memories?
Well,
It's
I mean,
fully
there's...
explained in the manga.
That's assuming he's either he's even a character in the manga. Again, he's not in what
The
I
concept
read,
probably is.
so maybe he's not.
Have you read all of it?
No, I've only read the first volume, but there is only 4 volumes. It's not a long manga, but it's also not widely available. As mentioned, last printing that I could find that exists, fucking Mirrored, year 2000.
Oh.
Dark Horse, get on that shit.
Should we start a manga? Should we start an OVA only villain tier list? Because we've had 2 so far.
Sure.
Wait, 3? No, 3 because Twinkle Nora's villain didn't exist in the original thing. Shut up, Horn.
Sorry, yeah, that's me. I love cars. I love living in the city. They're so cool. Yeah, we should totally do that. Number 1 is the villain from Gunsmith Cats, because I think he's the only one who's like actually all that threatening. Actually, I think if
Him? No, I thought it was the woman.
Yeah.
You know.
Why did I say him?
Because it turns out to be the mayor.
Oh yeah. I was just getting confused.
Yeah, but the mayor's not the main.
The mayor's not the main.
The mayor's not
Radonov's
the
the
villain.
main
He's the
villain.
antagonist, but he's not.
Radonov's the main villain.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Twinkle Nora Rock Me's villain was better than the villain in this, because the villain of Twinkle Nora Rock Me turned into a big dragon, which is like hype moments and aura farming, and therefore it's better.
Yeah, but
because, you know, for the same reason that solo leveling's better than free rent something. Thanks. I'm still mad about this.
Yeah, but the villain from Twinkle Nora Rock Me isn't sexy.
Good point. Good point. Wait, who are we talking about in Appleseed?
The police officer.
Oh,
Or the guy with the
I
weird
thought you were
stuff.
talking about the guy in the blue armor, which, like, yeah, I'd agree in that case. Or the tank.
Well, is the guy with the blue armor OVA original? Because we can do him instead.
I don't know. I don't know either of them, frankly. Again, I've only read the first volume. Because that's all.
One moment, Appleseed OVA. I'm googling this.
Oh God. Anyway, Wood
Right, will
with
you
the
Google
tank.
Oh, yeah, the
The
spider,
spider
tank.
tank. Prototype Tachikoma.
That made me think, oh hey, I wonder if Warframe stole this design.
Probably.
Yep. He's anime only. He's anime only.
Woo!
He's the terrorist who's anime only, according to the terrible fandom wiki.
Oh God. Terrible fandom wikis. I love terrible fandom wikis.
Terrible, awful, no good.
Are you sure this is an actual like wiki that you found, not like the Pooh's Adventures in Appleseed wiki?
That's a thing?
Do you not know Pooh's Adventures?
Is that the one where he goes evil and tries to kill Lucina?
That might have happened. I'm not up to date on the Pooh's Adventure lore.
I have no idea what either of you are talking about.
But
I just want to
good.
talk about this OVA.
yes, sure. We'll talk about the OVA.
Thank you.
What do you think this is? A podcast where we talk about OVAs? No. That's not the point of this show. What the fuck do you think you're on?
Well, damn, my bad.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
I'm saying a lot that things are poorly explained, and they are. I think watching it once maybe isn't the best. Watching it twice just so you can get the stuff that is only explained in the moment and understand it on your second viewing.
Yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to a rewatch of this. I had a good time. I thought it was very fun.
No, it's very fun. I don't want to stress that it's not bad. It's a very fun OVA. You want to say something?
I want to say something. Briarios had the Leon S. Kennedy fit.
Oh, he did. He had the Resident Evil 4 Leon Sexy Kennedy outfit. The only thing different is that he had a brown leather shirt and Leon wears grey. Oh no, actually no. Oh, no, he had his colours swapped because Leon has brown pants and like a grey shirt, and he had bluey grey pants and a brown shirt. So he had his palette swapped from Leon.
Leon!
I've recently played Resident Evil 4, both versions. I prefer the original. That's my hot take.
Something Redfield lineage.
Redfield Bloodline. Is there a... I know there's Resident Evil movies. Is there a Resident Evil OVA?
I don't know.
That's something to look into.
I would love to watch the terrible...
There's a CGI one. It's a movie. I don't know if it's an OVA.
It's fine.
I'd
it
love
would
to watch
count.
the terrible, awful, no good CGI Resident Evil
Hell
movies.
yeah. Yeah, no, we do that.
Apparently there's a scene where Leon gets handed a gun, and it's very clearly not loaded. There's no magazine in it, and he still shoots it.
I love Leon. He can just spawn bullets.
I love Leon Sexy Kennedy.
Who'd win the fight, Leon Sexy Kennedy or Daeyoon in her big fucking robot?
Leon.
Who'd win in a fight? Leon Sexy Kennedy or Konami Date?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I think Date, honestly.
Date, he's got that reaction speed buff as long as there's a porno mag nearby.
They probably flirt with each other.
They would. Appleseed.
I really want to.
Sorry, no, going on.
I really want to stream No Sleep for Konami Date, but I also really want to play the game tomorrow. I might not stream it just so I can play it myself.
Yeah, you could play it yourself, then stream it.
No, don't stream No Sleep. Stream the first game.
But I've already played the first game.
Yeah, but like do it on stream. Replay it on stream. In preparation for No Sleep.
But No Sleep comes out tomorrow. Do you want me to actually get No Sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Who needs to sleep? It's overrated.
We're the other Australian who gets no sleep.
Oh god, no. Hun, your sleep cycles suck. Anyway, Appleseed.
I know how
We're
We're
talking
talking
about Leon.
Leon.
Anyway, Gunsmith
Anyway,
Cats.
Gunsmith Cats. So
Anyway,
yeah,
Appleseed.
if I had a nickel for every show that we've done on here where the manga was published by Dark Horse and my fucking bile rises every time with Dark Horse, I'd have 2 nickels. Because no one's ever published Twinkle Nora Rock Me, and Dragon Half was published by Ghost Ship. Is Ghost Ship? No, 7 Seas. Ghost Ship is their 18+ imprint, which would not categorize Dragon Half.
That's a bit of a Freudian slip there.
Yeah, and?
Shows where your priorities are.
Yeah, and?
Yeah. Anyway.
I have no
again,
context.
Near the end.
Anyway, yes.
Again, near the end. I'm just calling her horny.
I figured.
Near the end, there are some attack helicopters, and they have one gun on either side near the back, and it makes them look like a cock and balls, which I found funny.
Oh yeah, you did call that out, and I had no idea what you were talking about. I genuinely did not
So
see it.
is that y'all being horny, or is that a transphobic joke?
That's
What?
neither?
Attack helicopters.
Oh,
No, his penises are funny.
there's neither.
I remember when the attack helicopter joke was like a thing. I never understood it.
But-
And now that I'm trans, I still don't.
Yay! Anyway, Appleseed.
Gunsmith Cats.
Gunsmith Cats. I feel like I don't have a ton to say about the OVA itself. I think it was fine. I think it was pretty good. I understand why a lot of people love this one.
It is adorable. It is fucking adorable at a lot of places.
It's yeah, and it's beautifully animated. Like, you know, for all of the shit that we will hump on Gynax, lump on Gynax over the course of this show, because, oh god, we're gonna bitch so much about Gynax long term, just because they're gonna come up so fucking up.
10 years. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years.
old.
10 years old. Just because they come up so much, we're just gonna end up having a go at
Wait,
them a
hang
lot. But you know, they did a good job here. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
Actually, Panty and Stocking came out 2010.
15 years!
15 years! 15 years! I have that on DVD.
Wait, what are you referencing?
If I did have to criticize one thing, I'm referencing Panty and Stocking.
Oh right, yes, I'm with you. I'm here, I promise.
But no, if there was one thing I'd have to criticize, they did not have enough music for this OVA and kept replaying it in really awkward places.
Yeah, the music did not fit at all.
Yeah, there was like some emotional, triumphant music in a big chase scene.
You don't need smooth
Which, like-
jazz and city pop in a chase scene.
Yeah, when Twinkle Nora Rock Me had better music than Appleseed.
Demented statement.
Statements that should not see the light of day. I did have a thought, though, that the cop guy working with the terrorist, I had a thought of he's actually the main character, but the characters we follow
Yeah.
aren't. It's like the trope where the characters you follow are not the main character. I don't know what the trope's called.
Yeah, I know what you're on about, though. I that is kind of what it is, yeah.
Before I put the statement public, was this 90s or 80s?
80s. 88.
Done.
What? Wait, what have you done?
You said the statement should... You said the
have
statement
you
shouldn't
done?
see the light of day, so I made it see the light of day.
What have you done?
What do you
Oh,
mean, what have I
no.
Oh,
done?
no.
What's your Blue Sky handle?
Oh, oh, no. Oh, God. Right, I can't wait to, Can't wait to be able to include some of the replies to that bullshit in the fucking episode.
Someone's replying.
There we go.
Yes, it is an evil statement.
Oh, fuck. I... I'm just blue screened after that. How dare you?
I dare, that's how.
Yeah. Yeah?
But no, back to the positive stuff about
Yes, there is a lot of
Animation
positive.
and the characters, they're lovely. They're animated really well. They're all legal. That is really nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
It is a surprising rarity to have a full cast of main characters who are all over age.
Who are all, like, adults.
And behave like
And
adults
behave
too,
like
not
adults.
just, oh, they're just adults.
Yeah.
They're just, oh, no, they're adults so that we can have them do, you know, cute little girl things and, you know, cater to that fetish
Yeah.
and such. Stutch. What is stutch?
Stutch. God, Jesus. Fuck Christ. H. Bollocks ass. Cunt. Fuck.
I think we're having a worse time talking about Appleseed, a genuinely good OVA
We need to stop doing good ones.
that
That's the problem.
that is paced well than we had with Dragon Half, which is like snorting cocaine, downing it with coffee, and then popping an adrenaline shot.
Yeah? Yeah, we need to stop doing good OVAs. Like, that's the problem. We're doing too much good stuff. Because, like, we also had this problem with...
Is next month's good?
Oh, yeah, we know what we're doing next month. Next month is not good. We're alternating, it's fine.
Next month sure is something.
Next month sure is something. Next month is... Next month is already looking like the Pepe Sylvia fucking board.
Oh no.
It's also
Oh, dear.
not Anya. I've had to source next month's one from other places, and if it disappears from those other places before the actual episode goes out, we are lucky enough to have a physical copy.
Download it. Download it.
Yeah, it's oh god, it's gonna be something, but we'll hit that. We'll hit that at a different time. We're still on Appleseed. We're not on next month just yet.
I got nothing left to say
Yeah.
about Appleseed. It was good. It was cute. The action was good. It's good to see mechs and proper mechs.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the mechs. I want to talk about the mechs.
You want to talk about the mechs?
I want to talk about the mechs. They have a really interesting and a thing I really appreciate with how the arms are controlled.
Right.
Is because they
Yes.
have 4 sets of arms. They have a large set of arms that are attached to the mech, and like the next proper torso where you expect arms to be, and a smaller set of arms that the pilot's arms fit into. And when you move your arms in that smaller set, the large set mimic that movement. And I really like that design. I really like that concept. I might steal it. Who knows?
Steal it. Steal the concept. Use things that you've seen
But
in
I really like
cool
it.
ways.
I really appreciate when there are mechs that are controlled, like, in a way that makes sense for them to be controlled, because a lot of the time you see joysticks and buttons, and it's like, how would you move that in real life? How would you operate a mech with those controls and have it do all these arm movements and stuff unless they were pre-programmed? But this actually gives a decent and I think really cool way of explaining them. And I really like the way they look. They're they're closer to like exoskeletons.
Yeah, they're more
in
power
size
armor
than
than
exosuits.
Than mechs. To quote Saints Row 4. What the fuck?
Oh, no, they are closer to Fallout power armor.
Yeah,
But they're like 2 or 3 times the size.
they're a bit bigger, but they're mostly close to power armor. Appleseed. I don't know what else to say. I think we just hit the end. Like, you know, we could keep talking, but I mean, we've done the history of Gynax.
Okay.
We've done talking about Appleseed. We said it's good.
Yeah. Again, for as much as I say the pacing's bad, the explanation's bad, the pacing's fine.
Yeah.
as much as I say everything's poorly explained, there's a lot of confusion on my part, it is genuinely a very fun OVA, and I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, the only thing I have like noted that I wanted to talk about was more to do with black magic, and I'm sure we'll deal with that when we eventually do the black magic OVA, which was the first manga by Shiro. So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else anyone wants to say, or are we just done? I'm just trying to make sure I know what's going on.
I think we're kind of done. My brain is just dial-up internet sounds.
It's a good OVA.
I do want to say, just
yeah, go on, sorry.
one last thing is, I really like the way the relationship between, I cannot remember either of their names right now.
Daeun and
Big Robot
Briarios.
Man, we said, thank you. I really like the relationship between Daeun and Briarios. There probably is romantic subtext in there that I am too autistic to see. But to me, they come across as really good friends.
Yeah.
That like have a really good rapport and a really good relationship and like friends for life, basically found family. And I really appreciate that.
There's relationship text in the 2004 version, so yeah.
We need more media, more bits of media that have men and women as just really close friends with no romantic tension or anything like that. It's purely platonic and they're best friends. We need more of that.
Friend. Yeah.
Just the Mortal Kombat friendship.
I'm not aromantic, but I do feel like there is too much romance in a lot of media.
Romance is a sin. That's not true. I love romance.
That's not true. I just, people can be friends.
People can be friends.
There doesn't have to be romance.
That
I'm
is
a big
true,
advocate
because
of no
it is-
romance in Kamen Rider. Unless it's gay.
Yeah.
Because I know they're not going to do it.
Yeah. I thought this movie was very cool. What? Yeah. Any closing thoughts?
I think it's very good.
Just before we just call it? I don't know.
No, I think I'm done.
I think I'm done too. That was a very lovely
It was
thing.
very
So,
lovely.
same time next month for the worst of the
For the
worst.
worst. Well, it's not the worst of the worst.
Oh,
No,
God.
it's not going to be the worst of the worst. It's going to be something. It sure is going to be something. We're hoping to have a special guest on the next episode. Woo!
Yay!
Not sure how that'll pan
Actually, here's a
out.
closing statement.
Oh, yep.
I got a closing statement. Consume more older media. You never know what you might find that you genuinely enjoy a lot.
Wow, if you didn't just sum up the whole show. You could save that for the final
I also have a
episode.
closing
We've got
statement.
tons of these going, and I feel
Fuck.
like you just peaked everything.
Well, I also have a closing statement. Closing statement.
Thank you for listening to this episode of OVA Hell. This show is only made possible by the support of listeners, so please like, subscribe, comment, whatever to boost the show. It's more helpful than you would believe. Once again, thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you next time.